Now, mental health is a pressing concern in the startup community. Entrepreneurs agonize over a number of unique challenges, from securing funding and meeting grueling performance targets. This is often considered a lonely journey, with entrepreneurs usually putting their businesses first over everything else. Why is mental health important for entrepreneurs? For more on this, I'm joined by the founder of Property Point, Sean Theunissen. Good evening to you, and thank you very much for joining us here on Newsnight. Let's perhaps start with why so many entrepreneurs are deciding to put their business and everything else ahead of their mental health. Why are they not seeing this as important?
Hi, good evening, and good evening to the viewers as well. I think that we've come up out of a very over the past couple of years with COVID, with all the unrest that we have. It has a huge impact on small businesses and on entrepreneurs. But I think also, as much as it had an impact on their small businesses, it also had an impact on their mental health. And I think that's was probably the biggest challenge that we're seeing at the moment, is being able to allow businesses to focus not just on their business growth and development, but also on their personal growth and development, specifically in areas where they have had challenges in terms of mental health.
But there are obviously, Sean, huge consequences when practicing in this sort of way, when, not prioritizing yourself and your mental health and just looking at business. What are the consequences that some of these people may stumble upon?
Yes, no, definitely. I think that by not focusing on self and not focusing on your personal development, what we've seen with working with entrepreneurs is total burnout and fatigue, high levels of depression setting in, high levels of anxiousness in terms of the growth of their businesses. And those have led to a lot of other challenges, like we've seen a high level of suicide rates going up in the country as well. And entrepreneurs are not immune to these challenges, because typically as an entrepreneur, you have the faith of your business and all your employees in your hand, and that pressure is quite a lot of pressure. And often we've said that the road of an entrepreneur is a lonely road, because they are in the business by themselves and they have to carry quite a lot of weight on their shoulders.
But Sean, unfortunately, there's a lot of stigma attached to mental health issues, and people are reluctant to speak out or reach out for help. Could you provide us with some strategies in order to better facilitate and manage issues like stress and a lack of self-care, a lack of focus on mental health?
Yeah, I think one of the key factors as a business incubator at Property Point, what we advocate for is that businesses need to take a time out. They need to be able to distance themselves from their business. As much as employees take some time off and have leave, it's important for the business owner to also edge out that time. Secondly, they need to surround themselves with peers where they are able to discuss some of their challenges. Specifically, whether it's business organizations that support entrepreneurs or any other peer networking and engagement platforms becomes quite critical. So if you're able to share and engage with other entrepreneurs on certain topics, those become quite critical to being able to speak about the challenges and the stress in your business. And thirdly, we also advocate for businesses to engage with business mentors, and also focus on personal development and personal coaching as a critical element. I think practical elements such as being able to focus on your nutrition, as well as exercise and physical well-being, also aids businesses on the path of focusing on their mental wellness.
Just lastly, Sean, there seems to be this trend where people would rather want to show and maintain an image of success and an image of I'm doing fine and I'm doing just well. Let's talk about the importance of being authentic and perhaps being vulnerable in these spaces.
I think it's definitely something that's critical, and we've seen specifically for businesses during the COVID period where they've been in isolation. It becomes quite important for us to be able to build those authentic relationships. And it's fine to sometimes have those people that are confidants or mentors or peers, where you can speak openly about the challenges that you have and engage people effectively in order to not feel like it's a stigma. I think that it's more important for a business to do well and for the entrepreneur to do well than just focusing on the fundamentals within the business, whether it's profits and cash flow, but really also in order for that business to do well, you need the entrepreneur to be doing well.
100%. Well, Sean, thank you very much for your time, for your insights. It's a very important conversation, and I hope that we've changed some minds and shifted those mindsets this evening through our discussion. Thank you very much for your time. That was the founder of Property Point and Business Incubator, Sean Theunissen.